Lena Dunham wants to adopt a child before turning 38. In a wide-ranging interview with The Hollywood Reporter, the actress opened up about her desire to have a child within the next 2 years, being body-shamed by women, and plans for a girls' reboot. "I'll be 36 this year," she told the publication. "I don't feel like turning 38 without a child." Lena, who married Luis Felber last year just 8 months after being set up by friends, underwent a total hysterectomy at age 31 following a battle with endometriosis. She had her uterus, cervix, and an ovary removed but attempted IVF after learning her one remaining ovary was still producing eggs, she previously recalled in a piece for Harper's Magazine. The bid ended up being unsuccessful as none of the eggs ended up being viable. "There is a lot you can correct in life. You can end a relationship, get sober, get serious, say sorry, but you can't force the universe to give you a baby that your body has told you all along was an impossibility," she said in the Harper's article. Lena rose to fame as the creator and star of the hit HBO series Girls, which follow the antics of 20-something women coming of age in New York City. While the show ended in 2017, Lena is open to rebooting the series and has been in informal discussions with HBO over the possibility of reuniting the cast for what THR described as an older and wiser version of the hit series. But Casey Bloys, the chief content officer of HBO and HBO Max, shot down plans to revive the show. "As proud of the show as we are, there aren't any plans to bring Girls back. It's great to know new viewers will continue to discover the original series," she told THR. Similarly, Lena said she would prefer rebooting the show when the characters were at a different stage in life. "We all recognize it's not time yet. I want it to be at a moment when the characters' lives have really changed. Right now, everyone would just be wanting to see Kylo Ren," she said. Despite receiving rave reviews for the series, working on the show had its difficulties as Lena faced backlash from trolls online critical over her looks. "The bullying has continued to this day. People had a very swift and strong and allergic reaction to what I looked like, and they made it very clear to me," she said. "I was getting messages, many of them a day, about what I looked like. Things most people will never have said to them in their lives because most of polite society keeps people from walking up to each other at a Target and going like, 'You're fat, you're ugly and you deserve to die.'" Lena estimates half of the trolls were women. "I think people would think it would be like Trump-loving men in the heartland," she said. "But it was women, probably women with similar body types to me who had internalized the kind of hatred that we are supposed to have of our bodies. If they weren't going to enjoy their body, then I sure as hell wasn't supposed to enjoy mine." She also insists she never intended on sending a message on body positivity despite frequently appearing nude in the show. "People thought I had been raised a nudist or something," she said of her many nude appearances. "It's like, no, it was a decision about who this character was, the way that I wanted the sex scenes to look and feel, how we were using them in the story. I had all the issues with my body that every young woman has. I just happened to not be self-conscious naked." Lena is also cognizant of the fact she will be judged more than her peers when it comes to race. "There are things I said in my 20s and 30s that I apologized for because I knew they came from a place of ignorance and lack of awareness," she said. But, the star added, I was young, and I had huge blind spots. I came right at the cusp of the internet becoming a thing. The speed with which the hammer comes down is so much more intense right now. I am not one of those people who creates a binary between wokeness and good art, because I really like the fact that we live in a moment where people whose voices have historically been marginalized can speak out through the tool of the internet. Lena said she has compassion for those who make mistakes, as there was once a time she was sort of apologizing for breathing. At the same time, she adds, I have a huge amount of empathy for people who make mistakes. There came a point where I was sort of apologizing for breathing. That waters down the meaning of the words. I'd love the next decade to be less about apologizing and just about openly making art. Lena also addressed her split from longtime creative partner and friend Jenny Connor. Together, they worked on Girls and Camping but ended up going their separate ways when Lena returned from rehab. The star left Camping mid-production in order to enter rehab for a benzodiazepine addiction. I think my recovery played a part in the break with Jenny insofar as it showed me that I needed to pause and clear the slate. I needed to almost start again and just hear my own voice, she said. Connor did not respond to THR's request for comment. The discouraging experience on Camping, which was poorly reviewed, was a reminder to me that to make things that really were truthful to me, I needed to go back to a kind of quieter place, Lena added.